Good morning, Mega Podlings. It's Crazy Joe. Guess what? I feel like we just unboxed the latest releases from Mill Creek from January. I mean, I still have some of them sitting here. Like, I did a review of Accepted recently. This was from January. Guess what? I've already got, the month of January isn't even out, and I've got the latest February releases from Mill Creek right here. I haven't opened this yet. I don't know what's in this box yet. I have some ideas. I get their press releases. I know what's coming each month, but then they kind of run together because I get the February press release, then I get the March press release, and I always forget which is which. So I don't know for sure exactly what's in this box, but I'm going to unbox it here, and we are going to check out the upcoming February releases from Mill Creek Entertainment. Let's see what we got here. You know how I always do these unboxings and I'm like, I need scissors. Look, I got scissors. I kept scissors nearby now. All right, let's open this up. It's not a huge box. I don't think there's going to be much in here. Look at this, packing stuff. My daughters love this, especially my daughter Kira always wants to play with these. Let's see. Right off the bat, I see a Blu-ray and a DVD. Oh, there's two DVDs, two Blu-rays, and two DVDs. All right. And it looks like this is mostly stuff I've never seen. Stuff I'm familiar with. I remember when these things were out playing in theaters, but stuff I never actually saw myself. All right, let's start with the Blu-rays, okay? First Blu-ray. I never saw this. Woody Harrelson and Kiefer Sutherland, The Cowboy Way. The Cowboy Way. I vaguely remember this movie. This movie was out in the 90s, I believe. This was... Does it have a year on it? Oh, I don't see the year on here, but I do believe this was a film from the 90s. And it says, hold on to your hats and get ready for a wild ride. Woody Harrelson, Kiefer Sutherland, and Dylan McDermott bring the wide open plains to the crowded city in this rip-roaring action comedy from producer Brian Grazer. A missing girl has Sutherland and Harrelson saddled up for big trouble as they set out to find her within the Badlands of New York City. All right. Never saw that. I like Woody Harrelson a lot. Kiefer Sutherland is fine. You know, not one of my favorites, but, you know, he's fine. So, yeah, I look forward to checking this out. Now, here's one. Again, I remember... This is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting because the world has changed so much since this movie came out. And I never saw the movie. But it'll be interesting to see how this movie has aged with the current day and our technology. But the next movie I have here is a double feature. Sandra Bullock in The Net. The Net. And its direct-to-video sequel, The Net 2.0. I've never seen either of these. And The Net, it's like a cyber hacker movie. You know, Sandra Bullock is Angela Bennett, a finance software engineer who lives in a world of computer technology. When a cyber friend asks Bennett to debug a CD-ROM game, she discovers a conspiracy that will turn her life upside down. Soon her records have been erased and she's been given a new identity and a police record. Her vacation is ruined and she struggles to determine why she's been deleted from society. Very interesting. Very interesting. And again, with the world having changed since this movie came out in 1995, it'll be curious to see how this movie has aged over the years. Then we got the direct-to-video sequel. Direct-to-video sequel looks like came out in 2005. Charles Winkler directs this update of the Sandra Bullock vehicle, The Net, following a computer systems analyst, Hope Cassidy, as she begins a new job in Istanbul, Turkey. But before she can settle in, she discovers a few problems. Her credit cards don't work, her bank account is empty, and her identity has been stolen. She is definitely being watched. Now, this sounds to me like one of those in-name only sequels. Like, they're using the name The Net, but it really doesn't have a whole lot of connections to the original. That's what it sounds like to me. I could be very wrong, but I've never seen either of these. And I especially look forward to checking out the first one because I do remember when that was out in the 90s, and I just never saw it. But All right, next on our list, getting into the DVDs. This is one I remember being out very vividly. I did not see it, primarily because I was living out of state. I was living in Arizona at the time. This movie came out when I was living in the state of Arizona. I was going through a, how shall we say, turbulent marriage at the time that ended, and I missed a lot of movies at that time. I frankly did. I missed a lot of movies because of things going on in my life at the time, and this was one of those films. And it is Tina Fey and Amy Poehler in Baby Mama. Baby Mama. Would you put your eggs in this basket? Non-stop laughs, says Pete Hammond of Hollywood.com. Comedic geniuses Tina Fey and Amy Poehler team up to celebrate a modern twist on motherhood. Kate is a single, successful career woman who wants something more than she bargained for when she hires Angela, a free spirit from South Philly. Oh, hey, it's a Philadelphia movie. Okay, to be her surrogate in a hysterical mama matchup. From birth class to baby proofing, they're the ultimate odd couple that critics are calling the best female comedy duo since Lucy and Ethel. Greg Kinnear, Dax Shepard, and Sigourney Weaver are all in this movie. Okay, all right. I'm interested. I remember when this was in the theaters. I remember the trailers. It didn't look like something that I wouldn't want to see, but it just, it was, in my life, it was bad timing, so I never did see this. So there you go, Baby Mama. Now we have a multi-pack. And when I look at this, there's one movie on here that I know my wife loves. There's a movie my wife is crazy about on this list. Other than that, it's a mixture of things I've heard of, things I'm aware of, but nothing I've seen. I haven't seen any movies that Mill Creek has sent us today. And this is the 90s Kid Star Collection, including My Girl, My Girl 2, Wild America, Radio Flyer, North, and Troop Beverly Hills. Now, Troop Beverly Hills, I can tell you right off the bat, this is one of my wife loves this movie. She absolutely loves this movie. I believe I sent a DVD of this movie to Joe and Marie from the Martinez Joe 74 channel when I sent them some stuff a while back. So, yeah, Troop Beverly Hills is a movie my wife adores. I've never seen it. So I'll have to watch this with her because I know I need to see it and I know she loves it. The My Girl movies, I remember them being out. Dan Aykroyd's in those movies. Macaulay Culkin is in those movies. Never saw them. I will have to check those out. I know those are movies that I believe people really like those movies, I think. I think those are movies that have a great nostalgia for people. And I never saw them. Then we got North down here. North is a notorious movie because this is the movie, it's one of Roger Ebert's most famous movie reviews. Roger Ebert famously did not like the movie North, and he wrote a review that started off with the phrase, I hated this movie. It's a pretty famous review. In fact, Ebert later wrote a book, and he used that as the title of his book. I hated this movie. At one point in time, the director of North, and it's Carl Reiner's son, Rob Reiner. I couldn't think of his first name. Rob Reiner directed North. He was being roasted. I think it was like a Comedy Central roast or something. He was being roasted, and they made him, as part of the roast, read Roger Ebert's review, and that was really funny. Roger Ebert, he had to read the review Roger Ebert left for his movie. All right, Wild America, Radio Flyer. Not terribly familiar with these movies, but there you go. This is stuff I will have to check out as well. So we've got 4 discs here. 4 discs, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 movies. 4 discs, 10 movies, none of which I have seen. So that is, I'm going to have to come back, do reviews for these. So I will come back. I will do some reviews for these movies, tell you what I think of them. And these will all be available in February from our friends at Mill Creek Entertainment. They will be available on this date. I don't know the date, so I'm putting it in later. But it's this date. That's when they'll be available. Okay. So, yeah, there you go. You'll be able to get them in stores, online, wherever you get your movies. As I always say, physical media is it's not selling like it used to. It's not selling like it used to. A lot of people are calling for they're saying that physical media is dead. And you know something? If you don't buy it, it will be. So I always say, if you love physical media, buy it. Pick these up. Support these companies like Mill Creek that are putting out these terrific releases. And if you support them, it'll keep coming longer. It's like Rose Tico in the movie Star Wars, the Last Jedi. Rose Tico said, we're gonna win by protecting what we love, not destroying what we hate. So if this is what you love, if you love physical media, protect what you love, support it with your dollars, go out, buy it. And the great thing about Mill Creek is they do great releases and they're always affordable. So pick them up. Thank you to Mill Creek. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back with reviews of these movies, and keep wearing those pajamas.
Keep wearing those pajamas with the plastic feet. Keep wearing those pajamas. Tell everyone you meet. Keep wearing those pajamas with the back door flap. Keep wearing those pajamas. Don't open, it's a trap. Oh no, it's a trap. Some people call them PJs, some people call them jammies. They can come embroidered with big money and no whammies. They can have 100 tiny Commander Adamas, but no matter how they look, just keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep wearing those pajamas. And now we're having fun. Keep wearing those pajamas. And now the song is done.